Mr. President, a young woman by the name of Roxana began an immigration success story her whole life. Her parents came from Cuba in the 50s, and they raised their daughter to appreciate the freedoms and opportunities available to her. That was because she was born in the United States. Roxana was born in the United States. She's an American citizen. She wrote to me last month, and here's what she said, and I quote, of course, "I'm proud to say that this country has always been my home," close quote. But when she met her husband, Gennaro, she saw a different side of the American immigration system. He came to the United States 15 years ago, and he didn't have proper documentation, proper paperwork. He left Mexico for the same reasons Roxana's parents left Cuba, to try really hard to build a better life. He worked tremendously long hours when he got here, doing odd jobs for not very much, a few dollars a day, to be honest. Then he moved to Nevada, got a job doing construction. He did a little better, and there he did real well because he met Roxana. They married in 2003 and soon petitioned to have his undocumented status changed, adjusted. And although they initially received a letter from immigration officials that gave them hope, they've lived in limbo now for 10 years. Because he's undocumented, he worries every day of being arrested and deported, every day. And he has nightmares every night that he'll be separated from the love of his life, his American wife. This is what she wrote to me in addition to what I've recited earlier. Quote, "We pay our taxes. We've never caused any harm to anyone or been in trouble with the law. We don't stand on corners asking for money. We work very hard to make ends meet. We have friends and family here that we love and who love us. Yet we still feel like we're not wanted here." Close quote. Gennaro is one of 11 million people living in America without proper documentation. But regardless of how they got here or why they lack the proper documents, these 11 million people play a crucial role in our economy and a vital role in our communities. Now, Mr. President, that was proven last night at 5 o'clock when the Congressional Budget Office, this nonpartisan arm that we look to for a direction with what things cost and don't cost here on Capitol Hill with our legislation, they issued a statement yesterday that this bill certainly, that's on the floor today, this bill certainly is good for the economy. As I will say a couple times during my brief remarks here, it's going over the next 2 decades, what's left in this one and the next decade, reduce the deficit in America by almost $1 trillion. Immigration reform that includes a roadmap to citizenship will boost our national economy, I repeat, and increase our security. Helping 8 million immigrants who are already working, of the 11 million that are here, they're working. Some, as we heard from Roxanne, and jobs aren't that great, but they're working. But immigration reform isn't just an economic issue. Mr. President, it's a moral issue. This bipartisan proposal will allow immigrants to stay with those they love, with their U.S. citizen children in many, many instances, siblings and spouses. It will allow Gennaro to stay with his American wife. This is her final plea to me in this letter that she wrote. "I pray that you would open your hearts to the millions like me. All we ask is a chance at a pathway to citizenship and the peace of mind to live our lives as meaningful citizens in this great country." Her country, my country, our country. So, Mr. President, I urge all my senators on this side of the aisle, as we say, and the Republican senators, to keep her wish, her prayer, a prayer and a wish she shares with 11 million human beings that are here in America today,